I've always heard the quotes, seize the day, or live today because you're not guaranteed tomorrow. At one point in my life, that's all they were. Quotes about life. But on September 29th, 2014, that all changed. 2 teens killed and 4 people injured in a head-on collision occurring on Monday, September 29th, 2014. That's what the news reporters would have said anyway. To news stations and papers like KTIV and the Pilot Tribune, that's all she was. Another teen killed. Another tally to add to the never-ending statistic of fatal car accidents. But to me, she was so much more. Lexi was practically my sister. We grew up together. And yeah, we had our fights, but what girls don't? We always made up by the weekend. We didn't have to go out and be crazy. We could just stay in and watch a movie. We were there together, and that was enough. But in middle school, we had a larger argument. More complicated than usual. I didn't agree with something she thought. We didn't talk for 2 years. This 2-year-long dispute ended shortly before her fatal accident. Lexi was stubborn, but polite in her opinions. She was open-minded and always looking to lend a helping hand. The news of her death was an earth-shaking blow. The day of the accident and the days leading up to the funeral were unbearable. I had just gotten the news of my best friend's death, and I was expected to go about my life as if nothing had happened, but that's not how it went. I didn't know how to feel, so I ultimately felt nothing at all. I was numb. It was easier because it was a slow night at work, and I was only scheduled with 2 other people. But attending school the next day and trying to be strong was impossible. I talked to the school's counselor. I got some of my emotions out, but it was never over it. But then again, maybe I never will be. The funeral was held on Thursday in the community center. The fact that it was held there made it that much harder because we spent so many hours there, helping with several events. I arrived early, so I came to the library to prepare myself, not to be a complete wreck in the gym. My preparation failed. I took 1 step in the gym, and it was an instant waterfall of tears. To my right was Lexi, laying in her casket peacefully as if nothing had happened, and to my left were students from my school and from a neighboring district. I took 1 look at Lexi and my vision blurred. I sat with the others in silence. As the procession of the family came in, seeing her mom, dad, sister, and grandparents, my heart began to ache. As the extended family came in, I recognized a lot of the faces because I attended so many family gatherings with Lexi in the summers growing up. The service was beautiful and many tears were shed, but nothing could do justice to celebrate and remember her special life. The part that meant the most to me was when the pastor asked if anyone would share their favorite memories of Lexi with everyone. I managed to summarize our friendship into 1 sentence. Most of the time, Lexi and I spent our time eating Grandma Linda's food, baking cookies at Aunt Lou's house, or fighting over boys, which we both had crushes on. But our friendship was so much more. The pain of the funeral made me rigid. It's still evident today. Missing her comes in waves. Tidal waves. One moment I'll be fine, laughing, living my life. But just one little thing comes along, and it's back to the hours of sobbing. Why her? Why so early in life? It's just something I can't fathom. At times, I still catch myself in disbelief. I'll be looking at old photos of her, and then it'll hit me. There will be no new pictures. Yet, I go back and look at the old ones over and over again. I know there's no set time for grief to be over with, but I'm starting to think it'll never be gone. I'll always love and miss her. And some nights when I can't sleep, millions of questions run through my mind. Does Lexi know that I regret our fights? Does she know I'd do anything for her if I were given the chance? Does she know the impact she's left on the world? Have you ever known the pain of losing a loved one in an unexpected and heart-rending way? Until that Monday afternoon, I was one of the lucky people who had never known the loss of a friend to death. But the truth is, we seldom open our eyes and realize the impacts others leave on us until it's too late. On that day, something changed about me. Not only did I lose a great friend, but I began to appreciate the little things in life, because every little moment is cherishable. And honestly, you never know which little moment might be your last.